Hey everybody, I'm Jang from jangbricks.com, and I am not a zombie, but these guys are. This is the Zombie Horde set from Bloks Call of Duty. This is basically your zombie troop builder set. $10, comes with 6 zombies and a little bit of a terrain piece in the background. Let's focus on the zombies first. Now there's a fair amount of variability between these guys. They each have their own little bit of kind of unique style and zombie flair to them, but the interesting thing here is that with this set they've only introduced, they've only introduced 2 heads and 2 torsos and 1 set of legs, and then they've just changed the way that the different ones are painted. So for instance, when you look at these 3 right here, obviously these 2 have the exact same head, they're just painted differently. These 2 on the left have the same torso, and this guy here actually has that second torso piece, but they all have the same leg pieces. They just have different washes on them and different colors. So for instance, this one has a matte colored, kind of a dark gray wash that basically just settles all the paint into the low spots on the pants here basically. Similar thing here, just a different color, but there you can see the same torsos are used between these 2 and the same heads are used between these 2. So once you figure it out, you know, it kind of makes sense that, okay, I've kind of gone with minimal new stuff here to keep the price down. Let's focus on just this guy as kind of a representative sample out of all of them. Whoa, they really don't stand up very well, do they? It's because they're zombies. Well, no, actually these figures do okay. I've just got a lot of weight over the front of them, but you can see that the painting detail is really good all the way around. I mean, most of it, like I said, is wash. It's not individual hand painting. It's just kind of slathered over there, and the type of material that's used and the technique that's used to apply it just works out exceptionally well. Stuff that is hand painted is the blood. I'm pretty sure that the blood streaks on there are hand painted. Also the blue eyes, they're actually metallic blue, so it gives them an extra shine. I believe that's put on by hand. And I think that the hair piece on each of these is actually just sprayed on with a mask, so a little bit more automatic and consistent between them. I like it when they do a little bit of hand detailing because it makes things different. If you get 2 packs, you're not going to get 2 identical figures, even when you're looking at the ones that are the same. Now, these did come pre-assembled, every single one of them, and the sad thing here, for folks who are already fans of the Bloks Call of Duty miniature action figure line, is that these don't have all the 23,000 pieces or points of articulation like those do. You've got a little bit of movement in the waist there, and then you've got 1 axis of movement at the shoulder. That's it. Rotate forward and backward. You can kind of spin it up. And then nothing in the feet, nothing in the legs, but the head is very important. The head is a ball joint, so that can still, I haven't broken the seal on this one. When you first get these out of the pack, they tend to be a little bit extra stiff. So there you go, you can see that the head is able to turn around comically, so if you want to have somebody with a really broken neck, that works. And they've got a good range of motion to twist the heads from side to side. I think that's really important for the kind of poses. You can see just how far that goes. Really looks really messed up. Kind of tuck the chin down a little bit, get it up in the air, you know, really make them look like they're pretty discombobulated. So that's good. I think just in general they just were really smart with the design of these. You're able to get that proper zombie look without having a whole lot of new molds that would have driven the price up for us. Here's just one more look through all of them now that you've seen how they work, and I'll also give you a look at them from the back so you can see what's different in the paint. So there you can see just not quite as much going on with most of them from the back, but still enough, especially with these with the straight jackets on. The wash is really settled into those details of the bucklings on the back really well, and they did some interesting colors too. You know, they got some deathly colors and some different stuff, not just primary colors. This set also includes this little bit of terrain piece, kind of a backdrop, and that's made with 2 of the medium small sized little base terrain pieces that are put side end to side into each other to make it a little bit different shape. They use transparent pieces on the bottom. I'm sure it's representing, I believe that's representing fire, and these are actually marbled, which is a little bit different. Not just your standard full one color transparent. You can see some red in there and some different like dark colors mixed in with there, and some yellow and red together there. And then you've got these fence pieces, which are multiple parts. And they look pretty good, like they're getting kind of broken, even though these assemblies are identical. You just change how they're attached. Looks kind of realistic. And then you've got this telephone pole up here with a couple pieces of string that bend pretty easily. Make that look like it's wires. You can kind of bend them down if you really push on them for a little while and get them to stay there. And this whole thing is angled over, and it's not going to angle any farther on its own. It's a little hinge down here at the base, so just makes it look a little bit more like stuff has been really messed up in the city. You got a random tire here with a couple of minifig accessories in there, pickaxe and a shovel, good for various types of anti-zombie carnage. And that's it. The really small amount of articulation with these figures is a little bit of a letdown, but honestly they don't need all that much. I mean, they're zombies, they're just fodder to be slaughtered. And they did such a good job with all the paint work and the washes and everything that they just have so much character. I think that it's just a really fun set. I think they've just done something that looks really good here. Only thing that I do miss articulation wise is something in the legs. Would have been nice to have ball joints at the feet. Would have made it just a little bit easier to pose them on studded pieces, on base plates and such. But still, you can kind of work it out, and you can still attach them to a plate with just one stud. So you can see like this guy back here is just kind of on crooked a little bit, but he's really just attached with one of his feet. So it still doesn't have to be put on perfectly. You don't have to keep them perfectly straight. So it works out in $10, 6 little minifigs plus this stuff in the back. I think that the price is still really good with this, and it's just, like I said, it's just a fun set that I know a lot of folks have been looking forward to. So there you go. That's a look at this set. Thank you very much for watching. I've got the Transit Farm set on the way. If that's not available by the time that you are seeing this video, stay tuned for lots more reviews to come, Mega Bloks stuff as well as other brands, and I'll be talking to you again soon.